Good evening. My name is Jenna Aoyama, and I'm a resident of Cranston. I'm also a former house mother at the Little Flower Home. The Little Flower Home is a home for homeless pregnant women here in our state. I don't know if you're aware of these things that exist here in our state. Did you hear? Do you want me to repeat it? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, yes. So that's the Little Flower Home. It was probably about 4 years ago that I served 2 years there. And in that time, I served 12 women. I helped 12 women to, in their pregnancies, in their pregnancies to, to choose life, and to help them throughout their pregnancy and also thereafter. So with material resources, counseling, and the list goes on and on. So that greatly impacted my life and in my pro-life journey here. So I'm here today not just to share my testimony, that's a little background on me, but I'm here to share a testimony of my friend who could not be here. So this is her story. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Madeline, and since I unfortunately could not be with you today, I have given my dear friend permission to share this on my behalf, in hopes that my testimony may change your hearts and minds. In 2009, I was unmarried, completely broke, going to trade school and living with family. I had also just ended a volatile, abusive relationship. By all accounts, probably not the best time to find out I was pregnant, but that is exactly what happened. Very quickly, I knew that the severe symptoms I was experiencing were not normal, and a visit to my doctor confirmed that there were serious problems with my pregnancy. Due to severe vascular complications, my heart was not strong enough to survive a full-length pregnancy. To make matters worse, an ultrasound confirmed that I was not only pregnant, but carrying fraternal twins. The babies were strong and growing, but with each passing day, I became weaker and weaker. This doctor strongly advised me to have an abortion to save my life. Suddenly, I found myself as the subject of that off-cited scenario where an abortion is needed to save the life of the mother. I found it shocking that while being so concerned with saving my life, my doctor didn't seem concerned about saving the lives of my 2 children. I could have listened to this man and my story would have ended there, but I believed in hope and life far too much to let this doctor harm my children. I walked out of his office and never went back. Instead, I found a doctor who was in the business of trying to save lives rather than ending them. We made a plan to do everything in our power to save all 3 of us. I went on 24-hour bed rest to put as little strain on my heart as possible. I ate carefully, took my vitamins, and even went on oxygen. As my babies grew, I talked to them, read to them, sang to them, and implored them to grow big and strong as fast as they could. I had no idea how far we could make it or even if this would work. But never for a single second did I consider ending their lives. In the end, I made it to just shy of 20 weeks gestation. We had finally reached the point where a matter of few more days would mean losing all of us. But still, the plan was never to kill those precious babies. The plan was to save all of us, 3 living human beings with inherent worth. An emergency C-section was arranged, with doctors and nurses standing by to fight for those babies' lives. My dear priest was also present and immediately baptized them both, a boy and a girl. Sadly, neither of them lived more than a few minutes. They were simply just too small. They spent those last moments on earth the way they had spent their whole of their tiny, brief lives, embraced in love and thankfulness for their existence. They were never executed and discarded, treated as some sort of disease process that could be cut out and done away with. They were never treated as less important than me. They were treated as exactly what they were, 2 lovely, innocent human beings worthy of love, care, and dignity. When they passed away, they weren't tossed out. My Rhode Island accent's coming out there. They weren't tossed out as medical refuse or sold for their parts. They were given a funeral mass in a cathedral and buried in a cemetery with their family around them. They were valued, treasured, and fought for. They are remembered because they mattered. I wanted this shared with all of you today because I'm really sick and tired of a situation just like mine being held up as some kind of a valid reason for murdering these innocent children. It isn't necessary. It isn't valid. It's barbaric and inhumane. Children in the womb are human beings and are worthy of human rights. They deserve to be fought for, not against. So today, I ask all of you to think again, to realize that abortion is never necessary. We've heard it from these OBGYNs. Please, from the bottom of my heart and of my heart, I beg you to make laws that protect the safety and dignity of mothers and their babies. Life is worth fighting for, both ours and theirs. Thank you.
Amen.